In this video, I'm going to try to explain a really powerful idea in programming called recursion. I'm going to be talking about recursion in Python, but a lot of this talk is based on a wonderful video called Images of Recursion that was created quite a while ago by Seymour Papert using Logo. And I suggest anybody who wants to explain recursion to anybody else, this is a wonderful video to look at. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is use turtle graphics to start with here. Oh, import turtle. And I'm going to write a short definition here called square. And I'm really just starting off, let's see, turtle forward n and right 90. This is really just the beginning of a turtle, and but let's save this and run it. Let's see, I'll save it in my Python course. Let's call this recursion1. And let's see, I'm going to run this much, and really, we're just defining the function right here, so I don't think it's going to do anything at this point, but I think I can call it. Let's I say square 50. Yeah. So it drew a line of 50 and went right 90. So no big deal so far, right? Let's put in a call down here to square. I'm just going to say square 10 to start with. And so this will do something similar, right? But let's, I'm going to do something a little bit silly, but bear with me because it's going to end up showing us something really interesting here. So I'm going to make another function called square n, and it's going to do the same thing as our original square, but this one's called square 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the work here in square 1, but then I'm going to pass the buck. I'm going to give the rest of the work for making the square, or some of the rest of the work, let's see, to this guy, to square 1, right? So so what's going to happen? Well, I'm asking square 1 to go forward n and then right 90, and then I'm going to ask square 1, I'm going to pass that n value to square 1, and square 1 is going to go forward n and right 90. So let's see what happens when I do that. I'm going to save this and run it. And now look, so square did this work. It went forward 10 and right 90, and then it passed on this job to square 1, which then went forward and right 90. Okay, so well, let's continue this for a bit. Let's see. I'm going to tell square 1. I'm going to make a square 2. And I'm going to tell square 1 to pass on the job, the next piece of the job, to square 2. And now let's see what happens if I run the module. Oh, we're almost there, aren't we? So square did this bit of the work, then square 1, then square 2. We almost have a full piece of work here, don't we? I'm going to copy this down. Let's do square 3 now. Square 3. So we're going to ask square 2 to pass on the work to square 3. And let's see what happens. Ah, so now we have a complete square. So this is just by passing the buck from one function to the next, we can have a complete square. And notice that we have almost exactly the same code in all of these pieces. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how we can capitalize on this idea that we're passing the buck each time, and we have almost the same code in each function.